Hi guys, welcome to the Fourth Moment Weekly Roundup, and this is where you get your weekly dose of local football action. And we're in full swing of local football action, Andrew. The rain is subsided. We've had some games. We've had terrible rain this week, but all signs are that we're playing the weekend.
Looks like it, Shamiel. Last weekend we had full round of fixtures everywhere.
Yeah.
So and Coke. It was brilliant. Full round of Coke as well, Shamiel.
Yeah, Coke fixtures. We'll chat to you about that. Some of the results there. We were at Roykrans on Sunday, Andrew and myself, watching some games there. But I suppose we'll get started with the LFA roundup.
Yes.
And if you don't know, this is where we try to give results and fixtures on local LFA football. And if you're LFA out there and we're not talking about your LFA, maybe just send us an email at info@thefourthmoment.co.za. And Andrew, we can have a look at it and check out more. I'd like to expand some of the LFAs that we're covering.
100%. 100%.
Okay, I'm going to go. We're going to start with Cape District. We normally start with Cape District. There were some games at Cape District this weekend. Thank goodness. So fields were fine. So, okay, looking at some results, the Greenwood and Wolves at a 2-2 draw. That's a good result for both teams, I think. For both teams. Good result.
I think it's a good result. Yeah.
2-2 draw, yeah. Here's a bit of a shocker. Ashford beating Montague Spurs 2-1.
Good result.
Yeah.
Good result for Ashford.
And
Ashford have had a couple of good results. They beat Green. They beat
somebody
a couple of weeks ago, and they're climbing up the log. When I say good results, they've been climbing up the log. I think they're now third or fourth, and they were near the bottom about 6 weeks ago. So they're doing well.
The problem with the Cape District log is that they are not problem with the log. I mean, like looking in terms of the points and stuff.
Yeah.
So they fifth now, but everybody else sort of beneath him is on the same points.
Okay.
And the next one is
very congested.
Yeah, it's congested. Yeah. It's very congested. So they're not they're not secured yet.
Yes.
Anyway, a bump in the road for
them, yeah.
For Montague Spurs. But yeah, I'm sure there's a new coach there now. So let's see how they can come back, and I'm sure they'll recover. And they have recovered, actually. We'll talk about that in the Coke. Anyway, let's finish. Grassy Park beating Oregon Spurs 2-0. That's a good win for GP. And then, that's sort of all the results we have. Looking at the log there, so Montague Spurs, although they lost on Sunday and Saturday, Andrew, they're still top of the log, 22 points. Spenston, one game behind with 21 points, so they're 1 point behind also.
Wow.
So if they win their match in hand, they actually go up.
Go top.
Yeah, Grassy Park in third with 19 points with 10 matches played. And then here it's sort of 19 points in fourth is Clearwood.
Yeah.
And then 14 Ashford, 14 Wolves, 14 Oregon Spurs. So that's...
Yeah, and it's still the first round. They're only starting the second round soon.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of interesting things could happen.
Okay, so looking at the fixtures this weekend, Ashford's up against Wesley at Heathfield. Okay. Grassy Park up against Greenwood. That's on the 8, William Herbert. That's going to be a good game.
That's going to be a nice game.
And then 2 versus 1. Spenston versus Montague Spurs.
Wow.
3:30, William Herbert on the 8. So that's going to be exciting. If there's any game for Montague to stamp the authority,
it's that one. Yeah.
And then Wolves up against Oregon. At 3:30 also at Chaka Road. So that's going to be a good weekend.
Nice place to be.
Yeah. And then on Sunday, there's a game there that didn't take place on Saturday, I think. But anyway, it's a catch-up game, looks like it. Ocean View up against Clearwood.
Okay.
Yeah, that's on Sunday at Ocean View in
so 3:30, William Herbert's a place to be, first versus second. Wow.
Yeah.
Cool, let's go to Mitchell's Plain. A lot of games, Shamiel. Only Saturday, because of Coke on Sunday.
Yeah.
So let's go to the results. Bale 0, Beacon City 1. Good result for Beacon City.
Yeah, that's a good result, yeah.
Ikapa 1, Cedar 1. Good result for Ikapa. Good point. Juventus 1, Beacon Spurs 2. Beacon Spurs, fighting for the top spot with FC Tafelsig. Good result. Lentegeur 0, Colville 2. Liverpool Portland's 1, Tafelsig 3. Top of the log. Tafelsig winning again. Riverton 6, Stantorf 1, Shamiel.
Wow, what happened there?
Sure, Riverton doing well, eh?
Yeah.
Rockefellers 4, Syringa Spurs 2. Good result for Rockefellers. And then Westridge, just keeping on the coattail of the leaders. Westridge 4, Woodlands 2, Shamiel.
Okay.
So, let's look at Mitchell's Plain. Fixtures for this weekend before I get to the log. Fixtures for this weekend, the 9th. Here we go. Saturday. All at Strandfontein. Beacon City versus Rockefellers. Beacon Spurs versus Westridge. First versus third. I think we're getting to the stage now, Shama. Westridge need to win.
Yeah.
They need to beat Beacon Spurs.
Yeah.
Cedar Park versus Bayhill. Tafelsig, log leaders against Riverton. That'll be a nice game. Lentegeur versus Ikapa. Colville versus Stantorf, Shamiel. That'll be a nice game.
Yeah.
Syringa Spurs versus Juventus. Woodlands versus Liverpool Portlands. Sunday game, Shamiel. Tafelsucht versus Syringa Spurs. Juventus versus Bay Hill. Liverpool Portlands versus Lentegeur. Riverton versus Cedar Park. Rockefellers versus Colville. Stanturf versus Beacon City. That'll be nice.
Yeah.
Westridge Ikapa. And then Woodlands Beacon Spurs. Okay. Big weekend in Mitchell's Plain, Shamiel. Top of the table, Tafelsucht was still top 3 points ahead on the combined log.
Okay.
Ahead of Beacon Spurs, Shamiel, and Westridge is another 4 points behind, so they need to win.
Okay, cool. So that's Mitchell's Plain. Always plenty of action in Mitchell's Plain. And then going back to Southern Suburbs, South Peninsula, LFA, we had some matches played there. There's always goals there at South Peninsula. If you want to see goals, go to South Peninsula. King David beating Good Hope 2-0. Lavender Hill beating Eagle Wings 14-0. Andrew, 14-0. What is that?
Wow.
Two tries and conversions, right? Rainbow Chiefs losing 3-1 to Squale. And then Crusaders beating Vrygrond Sports 2-0. And Wanderers beating Aces 5-2. That's a good win for Wanderers.
Good win for Wanderers.
Yeah. Then looking at the log there, Lavender Hill obviously still top of the log. I think they are the favorites. When we were at the Coke on Sunday, a lot of the guys there from South Peninsula were talking. And the feel is that Lavender Hill is going to sort of take the league. So let's see what happens. So they top of the log, 46 points. And then Atletico United in second with 39 points. But they've played one match less. And then third is Oasis with 17 matches played, 36 points. And Wanderers there in fifth still, Andrew, with 32 points and 17 matches played. And then looking at the fixtures for the weekend coming up, Aerial Spurs up against Rainbow Chiefs. Crusaders up against Azuri. Eagle Wings up against Atletico United. I suppose one would fancy Atletico to take the win there. Good Hope beating Vrygrond. Oasis up against Lavender Hill. That's going to be a tough game.
That'll be a nice one.
And then Squale up against Wanderers. Also going to be a tight game there. So yeah, action galore at South Peninsula. As I said, if you want to check out goals, go to South Peninsula. Few games taking place at Roykrans, couple at Solo Street. And yeah, those are the two venues for the weekend at South Peninsula.
Cape Town Tigerberg, Shamiel.
Yeah, what's happening there? I haven't heard anything this week about Cape Town Tigerberg.
A lot of games.
Well, besides what's on social media.
Yeah, let's go. We don't talk about social media. Right, let's go. Wednesday night last week, UCT 2, Garden Village 0. UCT back from the break, good result for them.
Yeah, it's a good
Edgemead 0, Norway Parks 3, Shamiel.
Edgemead
losing at home, 3 losses out of 4 for Edgemead. Norway Parks, great away result. They've had a good season, Norway Parks, very consistent. Bad week for Garden Village. Garden Village 0, Vasco da Gama 1. Okay. Vasco da Gama keeping on going. Good away win for Vasco. Yeah. FN Rangers 1, UCT 0. Good result for FN Rangers.
That is a good result for
Hanover Park 3, Raggersdal 0, Shamiel.
Okay.
Very good result for Hanover Park. Raggersdal still rooted to the bottom. JMI 3, Boerdenzig 0. That was a 6-pointer we spoke about last week. Somebody needed to win. Great result for JMI. Fishhook 0, Durbanville 3. Good result for Durbanville. High-flying Durbanville. Yeah. We'll see.
That's Fishhook at home.
Fishhook at home. Yeah, good result. Wynberg St. John's 1, Saxon Rovers 1.
Okay.
I think that's a very good result for Saxons away at Wynberg. Wynberg have had a very good season.
Yeah.
Saxons are picking up points now, valuable points. And then, Shamiel, on Tuesday night there was a game. UCT 0, Edgemead 1. Edgemead getting back on the winning trail.
Yeah.
That is a very good win away.
Win. Yeah.
Let's look at the log, Shamiel, before we get to the fixtures. Top of the log, 19 matches played, 39 points is Edgemead. Second, 16 matches played, 38 points is Vasco. So Vasco is 1 point behind with 3 games in hand. Third is Tableview, also 16 games played, 37 points. Fourth is Durbanville, 17 games played, 36 points, Shamiel.
Jeez.
And then we have Wynberg on 33 after 18
games.
So it's still very tight.
Top 4 there, looks like it.
Yeah, I think Edgemead, Vasco, Tableview, Durbanville would be the favorites. One of those 4, Shamiel. And the interesting thing, they sort of play each other in the next couple of weeks. So things are going great. Let's have a look at Saturday.
Yeah.
Oh, well, we start Friday night, actually. Vasco da Gama versus FN Rangers, 8:30 Power Park. Saturday, Durbanville versus Hanover Park.
Ooh, where?
At Durbanville, big game. I know there's rain forecast Saturday, so hopefully the fields hold up.
Yeah.
But that's a big game. Durbanville need to keep on going. Hanover Park on the fringes there. JMI versus Garden Village. JMI had a good win. They need to win again. Garden Village need to pick up points.
Yeah, they need to get back.
Norway Parks, Boerdenzig. Boerdenzig still in the relegation zone against high-flying Norway Parks. Raggersdal versus Wynberg. Raggersdal, we're getting to last chance saloon, Shamiel. They need to start
They've
picking
been
up
playing
points.
well, man.
They have. They just need the points, man.
Yeah.
Tableview versus Fishhook. Now that game. I think Tableview need to get the points to obviously stay near the top. Fishhook away from home, tough for them.
3 points they need to get.
Sunday, there are a couple of games, Shamiel.
Yeah.
Oh, there's one game. Raggersdal versus JMI. Now, this is it. Relegation. Raggersdal, they need the points, Shamiel. They have to win.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about it. They have to win. And then there's a knockout game. Edgemead versus Hanover Park. So that's knockout. It's quarterfinals.
Okay.
So that's an interesting one, Shamiel, as well. And that's Cape Town Tigerberg.
That's Cape Town Tigerberg. Yeah, lots happening there. Games happening quick and fast in Cape Town Tigerberg.
Big time.
Okay, so we're going to jump to Athlone District, LFA.
Yeah.
So firstly, Andrew, before we go ahead with it, I need to apologize for giving you the incorrect results last week.
I heard so,
District. And I want to say big thanks. I don't have the name now of the viewer that spotted that out. Thank you very much. Apologies. I did reply on his message. So these are the correct results for last week. Athlone District Super League. Diadora 1, Jamestown 3. FC Galacticos 0, Ontario 2. FC Lanso 1, Triple S 2. Leeds 5, Young Stunners 0. Turfeld 0, and Q-Town 2. So looking at the fixtures coming up this week out in Athlone District at Turfeld facility, Jamestown versus FC Lansour, Q-Town up against Young Stunners, Leeds up against Turfeld, Ontario up against Diadora, and Triple S up against FC Galacticos. I love the names of this Athlone.
No, it's lovely. I love it too.
I'm going to pause before I say it. Okay, and then looking at the log at Athlone District, Triple S Academy, 13 matches played, 36 points. Jamestown, tight on the heels, 13 matches played, 33 points. And Ontario, 13 matches played, 31 points. So look like a fight in the top 3 there for the LFA spot at Turfeld in the Athlone District LFA. Andrew, what you got next?
Okay, Northerns. Shamiel, there was cup fixtures last weekend. I don't know the results for that, but we can get to the league. This weekend coming up, Barrow Spurs versus United. That'll be nice. Bellstar Ravensmead.
Bellstar Ravensmead, yeah.
Bellville United, Valhalla. Valhalla need to climb up the log.
Yeah.
Bishop Lavers versus Eastern Rovers. Bishop Lavers obviously second log behind UWC. Kalksteenfontein versus Twenties. Twenties been getting very good results lately. I saw Kalksteen play on Sunday, by the way.
We watched them on Sunday a bit, yeah.
Nice young team.
First time we watched them.
Nice young team. And then UWC versus Blue Down Spurs. So that's where we are. The log is still the same as last week, Shamiel.
Okay, so
that's Northerns.
Northerns, yeah, we'll have more on Northerns next week after the matches have been played. And then jumping to Reigate. Don't have results for you, but got fixtures for the week. Bridgetown up against Hazendal. Heath Athletic up against FC Boerkaap. Jordan Kellys are playing Everton Spurs. Junction up against Conessé Spurs. Oriental Gunners up against Only the Brave. And Silver Spurs are playing against Southend. And there's a slight change in the log there compared to the last time we spoke. Hazendal now top of the log, 15 matches played, 36 points. Only the Brave, 16 matches played, 34 points. And Southend in third with 16 matches played, 33 points. Yeah, that is Reigate.
We on Coke now, Shamiel?
No, not yet. Not yet on Coke.
Oh, we got another LFA.
Yeah, I did some work before the show today. So Langa and Nabini LFA. So we used to do them, remember? Last season. So guys, if you can, try to keep your fixtures and logs and results updated so we can share them here. So thanks to Langa LFA, Langa and Nabini, I've got updated log here. Citizens top of the log at the moment, 19 points, 7 matches played. Wanderers 7 matches played, 16 points, and 7 Stars with 6 matches played, 15 points. And now we're on Coke.
Now we're on Coke, Shamiel.
Yeah.
Coke results. A lot of results. If we look at under 18, some results. Cape Town Spurs beating Blackbirds, good result. Hamilton's beating Antalyaspor. Antalyaspor have had a very good team.
That was, I must be honest, a bit of a shock for me. We didn't highlight the fact that they were playing last week in the under 18 because obviously now Antalyaspor they were the defending champs. They were the champs last year. And we didn't highlight that game. But yeah, I thought they would actually take the win.
Thought so too.
Well done to Hamilton's.
Hamilton's, good result.
Yeah.
Some other results here, Shamiel. Let me go here. FC Kaapstad beating Electricity FC 4-1. Good result for Kaapstad. They normally have a good under 18 team. Norway Parks, a good win over Matulele from Good Hope, Shamiel 3-2. Good result there for Norway Parks. FN Rangers winning, Shamiel 3-0.
Yeah.
Let's have a look here. Let's get Hanover Park. Hanover Park beating King David 3-1. Hanover Park normally do well.
Okay.
Grassy Park also doing well in the Coke. 4-1 winners over Strandfontein in the under 18s. And then Ubuntu also beating Saxon Rovers 3-0, Shamiel. So those were some of the results in under 18s. So yeah, if we get to the seniors.
Yeah, let's check the seniors.
True, Shamiel. We were at Roycards.
Yeah, we were at Roycards.
I watched quite a bit of the Wegersdal Juventus game. Wegersdal beating Juventus 2-0. Nice atmosphere, Juventus supporters. Yeah, and Wegersdal actually should have won by more.
Yeah, I think on the day, I think the better team probably Regis.
Yes.
Juventus in there, but yeah, more of the possession on Wegersdal, especially against the wind on that second half, making more of the chances there. So yeah, well done. And it's hard to believe Wegersdal is on the log position where they are, looking at the 100%. Way they play. Yeah,
100%. And Seaside, we saw Seaside, Shamiel, they won 3-1 against Valencia.
Yeah, it wasn't too easy. It was tight. I think it was 1-1 for a while.
Yes.
And then second half
they came through, so good result for them. And Norway Parks beating Kalkstein.
Yeah.
On penalties. Kalkstein did very well.
Penalties.
Yeah, Norway Parks equalized towards the end with a penalty, and then they won on penalties.
Okay.
And then Grassy Park, we saw Grassy Park beating our Aces 5-0. Good result for Grassy Park. Vasco da Gama defending champions, beating Everton away in Khayelitsha 2-1. Everton from Heideveld, good result for Vasco. UWC beating Burnley 4-1. They play Vasco next round, so an interesting contest.
Yeah.
Tableview beating Silver Spurs.
Oh, yeah.
1-0. Good result there for Tableview at Turfall. Let's see who else we got here, Shamiel.
We had Montague Spurs up against DNG.
Montague Spurs winning.
Yeah, so they won 2-1.
Yeah,
made amends for their loss on Saturday.
Ashford beating Heinz Park 5-3, Shamiel. Good result.
Yeah, and apparently they were behind in that game also.
Yeah.
Came back to win it.
Everton from Nyanga beating Azurvi 2-1. Good result there. And then Bale beating Ballard Spurs 3-2. Good result for Bale. And then Hanover Park beating Bafana United 6-1.
Yeah.
So the next round's going to be interesting, Shamiel. Last 32.
Yeah.
If we look at the ladies, there were some nice results in ladies. I don't want to go some big results here too, but Cape Town Roses winning convincingly. Belleville United losing to Greenwood 5-0. Good result for Greenwood there, Shamiel. Heideveld Female Football Academy beating New Age 2-0. Hout Bay losing to Ikamfa Ladies, Shamiel 1-0. Good result for Ikamfa Ladies.
Yeah.
Lavender Hill 2, Cape Town Sea Robbers 4. Robbed them 4-2. Good result there. And Badgers losing to Magic in the Cape Town Tiger game.
Yeah,
good result for Magic 3-0.
Yeah.
And then Belleville City beating Meadowridge 2-1. That's the other game there.
Yeah.
And Stanturf Ladies, they're still going. They beat Spurs Ladies 2-1. Good result for Stanturf Ladies. Shock for me, Shamiel. Salterville Blackpool losing 4-3 to Santos. But Santos have a good team as well.
Yeah.
So that's a nice game.
Yeah.
Nice game.
Did that go to penalties or was that?
No, I think it's normal. I don't think it went. Oh, well, normal. When I say normal time.
And apparently some of the matches that weren't played for the ladies are being played on the 10th of August, which is on Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's it. We're all looking forward to the next round.
Yeah. Was that it?
That's it.
Okay, that's sort of it from our side. Nothing to discuss this week, really.
No, unfortunately. We'll discuss next week.
There are some things happening. I know Andrew said we mustn't talk about it. It's all over the place. Things happening at fields. I think it's important to note that it's been happening a while. I think this is just
highlighted,
coming out now. But yeah, end of the day, I always say coaches and administrators. It's the everybody, the kids mirror what we do as coaches and administrators, and if we behave, then I think everybody else will behave. I don't know if it's as simple as that.
100%.
I don't know if it's right or wrong, but anyway, but we need to address it as football people in Cape Town, and we need to think of what's coming up in terms of youngsters coming up, and that's obviously not the behavior we want them to see.
Correct.
But anyway, we don't have too much information. I'm only talking about what I know of or what I saw, what happened, but Anything? No?
That's it.
All right. From our side, we want to say thanks to Pequeno, our paddle sponsor, and then also London Visuals for editing our videos. And before I forget, don't you forget to like and subscribe and share the video. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel. I see the numbers are climbing nicely. If we hit 1,000, Andrew, we need to think of something we're going to do.
Yeah, we have to.
We'll have a party.
Maybe a visual party.
We have a tournament.
Virtual party. Tournament, you never know.
We have a 5 tournament, 1,000 subscribers. Maybe we must do something like that.
Yeah, let's do that.
Do that. Okay.
That's a challenge.
Jesus says yes. Anyway, okay, guys. Until next week.
Cheers.